Alright, guys. Well, it's a little hard to show through it's a little hard to show through the car here. Hold on. Eh, screw it. So, I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, at Cinemark. I just got out of the movie theater, and I actually have to say, it was a lot better than I thought. It was a really good movie, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. It was very emotional. One thing I really did like was they let the emotional moments be emotional instead of just like there was comedy in it, but not as like everything had to be a joke. Like they literally went and made an emotional movie. I thought that the acting, the characters, the story was really powerful. Um, One warning I did want to give, and this might be only my opinion, so just take it for what it is. But I was talking to the person that was sitting next to me after, and I will say this: it is PG-13, but it is strongly cautioned that it did not feel like a PG-13 movie. It really did feel like if they put R, it would have been the same thing. I just feel like this movie was not at all for kids. Um, they did a lot of boundaries with the movie. And for the first time, it actually, like everyone else knows, for the first time, a Marvel movie actually says the F word. Now, it's not so bad, but I'll tell you the line. There's a scene in the movie, and I only describe the scene. Um, there's a scene in this movie where they're getting in a car, and he puts, or they, or when they're trying in the car, and Star Lord is telling Nebula, he says, she's like, "What do I do now?" After they figure out how to open the door, unlock the door, he goes, "Get in the fucking car." And that's fine. I mean, PG-13 has their one limit, but it's just the language and the violence in this movie was like, damn, they really did a number on the violence here. Like I said, that being said, even though it's very strongly cautioned as a PG-13 movie, I really feel like it was a great way to end the series, and I would suggest going to see it because this movie is worth it. It's 2.5 hours long, but doesn't quite feel like it. And like I said, a lot of the emotional moments are kept emotional and not um they're not filled with humor every 5 seconds. But the characters, and this movie is about Rocket. Really, the movie is about him and the rest of the crew. But I feel like it was definitely a good way to send off the series. James Gunn, the one that directed it, I was a big fan of both Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the first two, and I really liked this last one. Um, I feel like he wanted to leave off a good movie before he goes to DC, and I feel like this movie definitely needs to be seen. Um, Definitely see it in the movie theaters. And just because I said about the whole more adult content doesn't mean that I'm going against what the movie, how good the movie actually is. It is a very good movie. I just want to give the viewers that have any children, just be careful, because it is a little bit not as much for kids. But other than that, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think that the acting and everyone in there was really good. I don't know how I felt about the villain. He was okay. But the emotional scenes and everything, it was like, wow. It was definitely a wild ride. Now, there probably will be another movie in the future, but I don't think with the call it Guardians of the Galaxy. I think will probably be with the Avengers or something like that. But I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I did like it. I think you should see it. It gets an 8 out of 10 from me. But yeah, that's my review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, if you like this video, give it a like, hit subscribe, comment down below, share this video, and I'll see you in the next.